Hello all, Seriously here, back for some more No Man's Sky Shipyards. And first things first, we're still on the ship we did the build guide for last time, but forgot a few pieces. I even mentioned them and I just didn't put them in. So let's go and we'll modify. They just snap right in. We don't have to do any modifications. This is exactly where we left off last time. I forgot the side reactors here, the Ceto class reactors that give huge shield strength bonuses, so we can just snap these in, merged in already, but we want to make sure because they go in two places. You see how these grates right here, where my reticle is, we can go up forward, or we can spin it around and go back past. We want to go back past because it merges better at the front. And back past, there we go. And the other thing we forgot to do was a third one of these actual shield reactors, and we put that on the bottom right underneath the landing bay. We have one open spot here, and on mine I added in the radiator vent just like that, but there's a whole bunch of stuff you could put there. You could put the radar dome, and that might be interesting. I think it's a bit weird. We're not going to go with that. Whoops. You could put the ducting outlet. Also looks pretty good there, I think. Fuel rods are okay, but we already have fuel rods up top merged in, right? Right there. So it's a bit weird to have, well, not weird, but it's a bit extra. We don't need those in there. I don't really like things that stick into the ground too much when you're landed, so I don't want things that go too low, but you could put antennas. The satellite receiver might be okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. There's a little bit that sticks under the ground, but the dish itself doesn't. Air purifier, small vent, sort of neat as well. Could we rotate that around? No, we'd have to rotate our hab around to rotate that around. Alright, lots of stuff we could put on. I did that. Does this go underneath? It does go underneath. It goes way too far underneath though. That does too big, too weird. Anything over here? No, nothing I would want to put there. Maybe the air-on diffuser might be neat, seeing like that. And then if oh no, we're already using that snap point. We would have to go offset it by a half. No, we'll just leave it bare. It looks pretty nice with a blank thing too. There we go. Apply those edits. So we got all of our shield modules in and two Ceto shield modules as well. We could put a third. It would affect the look though, and this ship's all about looks and less about stats. You just want really good stats too. Okay, but what today is actually going to be all about is another kind of thing that we didn't do on this one, and that's putting the Wonder Projector things in. Now this save, wrong tab, key, wrong word. Good brain, come on brain. We want to go to the cataloging guide. We want to go to Wonders. We want to go to personal records. Now we only get 12 records to spend. 4, 4, and 4. I've already filled all of these in with a bunch of glitch decoration creatures. And you know, just this one's pretty neat. Might replace some of these today. The goldfish, I think, specifically. No, the goldfish had something we wanted to try to see if we could get. That's the one that makes the clouds. We don't want to get rid of that. We don't want to get rid of the light. Fishers. So we've got 2 slots. That should be all we need, because I want to go try to find something to pick up today. So let's call in a ship that isn't a C-class mess. We might have to do our tech here. You know what? That'll do us. We don't have to do our tech. It did get all messed up, I can tell. But it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Some extra maneuverability would be very, very nice though, so I'm going to make a minor amount of effort here. Where did our thrusters go? What kind of thrusters are we using on this guy? There's one. And there's one. There we go. That's a lot better. That's about where we were before. Okie doke. Good to go. Let's go exploring. We are looking for a volcano planet. I think we can maybe find these on hot planets as well, but we're going to go and look for a volcano planet because I'm pretty sure we can definitely find them there. There's a hot planet right in front of us. Let's check out the solar system. We're looking for more stuff to put in the Wonder Projector. Abandoned Crucible. What does that mean? Oh, this has runes on it. That's right. We were looking at runes. I remember. No, we're not going to go there. Let's keep looking. We might have to do a freighter battle if we warp in this. Let's give it a risk. Let's see what we can find here. We can go to purple stars. There's no reason that we don't. We have to avoid them. We might get some interesting creatures if we go to a purple star volcano planet. There's one space station. We'll go here. Yeah, there's our freighter battle. I sort of don't want to fight this, so we're going to turn around and head over to that space station there. Ouch. Don't worry, we have shield modules, we'll be fine. Can't call in the freighter yet, we'll call it in when we get out of the space station. There we go. Minor detour, that's all it takes to get rid of the problem with the freighter battle that you don't want. The thing that I wanted to sort of avoid though was having to land on the freighter, so what we're going to do is something absolutely silly, and if we didn't have the freighter battle when we warped in, it would have been a lot easier to do this. Oh, calling our freighter? Wow, right out the door. Didn't think it would let us do that. Okay, now we're going to go back in. We're going to teleport to our freighter and scan the star system all at once. Mercenary star system. Not too many rewards we need there, just multi-tool upgrade slots usually. Sentinel pillar maps too for free. That's pretty useful. But once you've got a couple of those, you don't really need more. Okay, we have an ocean world. We have an ocean world that, wow, it looks very cloudy from space even. A charred planet with dissonance, low atmosphere, and wow, 3 water worlds. Wow, and an abandoned planet. Nothing we need there. So from here, we're just going to keep warping with our freighter. It's a gas giant. I'd rather not go around an entire giant planet if we can avoid it. Ooh, interesting camera angle from inside the freighter there. Wow, that is red or orangey colored nebula here. Look at the floor, it's reflecting orange. Oh, I made a save. Restore point save, okay. Terror sphere, no, that's cactus. Lava planet, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Vile brood detected as well. Now we aren't guaranteed to find what we're looking for there, but we're gonna go check it out. So hue, we're going to hue 4. We could have marked it. That probably would have been smart. Close the hatch. Since we have a space station here, we'll visit it while we look around for hue. Hue is right at the door. We're definitely going to the space station. There it is. Alright, out of our seat, I want to take a quick peek. Oh, looks like a merchant, no, explorer economy. Okay. Let's go, go, go. Hugh's right over here. Look at that atmosphere. Blue sky, Volcano Planet. Very nice. Does not say activated quartzite either, so might be very nice to explore. Now the thing that we're looking for is one of several kinds of rock. We're looking for some minerals. And the one we're looking for is a red rock. Well, sort of a black rock with a red glowing core. So we're going to see if we can find any of those and give them a scan. We could just hover. Ooh, I see some. We're just going to get out of our seat. Teleport down to the planet. This is basically what we're looking for right here. So, go to visor, and it's not a scannable rock. It says it is, actually. There we go. Yeah, that's the one we wanted to scan. Now let's take a peek around. There might be different shaped ones. But this is basically the shape I was looking for. So I'm perfectly happy with that if there aren't. Sort of an interesting rock right there. Very, very teeny tiny tears here. You know what, guys? Have some food. Same rock. Oh, here we go. Are these different? No. Different sizes, same shape, same rock. Okay. Well, we could also scan really, really, really big stuff as well. Like these are sort of interesting. I don't know that I would make that into a wonder. Those lava spheres over there are animated in an interesting way. The reason I picked these is because they are glowing. That's sort of neat. The trees might also be useful as well. So might these giant rocks. Who knows? That looks a lot like storm crystal, and we can already build those. We can actually already build these minerals too. Oh, what do we have there? A little bit of a glow. Now that we're here at night, we can see glow a bit better. Yeah, I'm glad we scanned that big one. Look at that glow. That's a lot. All right, let's head back to the ship. It's over that way. Oh, we are going to go Kersplat. Kersplat. So let's get back to the space station. And we're going to play around with the Wonder Projector. There's a couple of ways to manipulate your wonders. First of all, we have to make those things wonders, but let's just get the tractor beam pulling us in before we worry about that. We're going to go back to where we were, catalog and guide. Wonders, we are going to go, we could do it this way, I think, personal records, and we could add one. Click here, it's just going to bring you to your discoveries. So we're in the system we're in. We're going to click on hue. We want to go to minerals, and I definitely want to add a dacite. Very, very cool glow. So we're going to hit Z there, hold Z apparently, and it'll name it ZZZ. Red glow rock. I think we want to be, oh, it's going to show this one. Okay, very, very helpful. And we'll go here. We'll click there. Minerals. This was the second one we scanned. Yeah, let's do that one too, just for now, and I'll replace it later. Fire rock. Okay. So, especially when building on a Corvette, it's sort of important to get these things facing the right direction, and that can be a little bit tricky. So you might have to do a little bit of trial and error because it's all free placement. In fact, because of the smoke we're using from the Wonder Projectors on this ship, we might want to change ships. Do any of these ships have interiors we can play around in? Here we go. I actually really like the ambassador habs and walkways for this purpose. So we're going to use this ship to show some Wonder Projector positioning. You can use any straight flat surface that has lines on it to line this stuff up with. You don't have to use the ambassador habs. But I find it pretty useful because I like, well, I use them a lot, so I like them. Or I like them because I don't know. Alright, actually we're going to get out of build mode. We're going to go into first person. Much easier to build in first person in a Corvette when you're doing this kind of positioning here. Okay, if we can stop falling through boxes, please get out of the way. Alright, we're going to use the lines in the wall here. We're going to try to be in the center of the room. So when your reticle is on the center line like that, you look at the lines on the floor and see if they line up with the edge of the screen. They seem to pretty well. Pretty straight. So we're pretty centered in the room here. Now we want to go into build, pick our Wonder Projector, keep our reticle on the middle of the wall, and the bottom of our Wonder Projector is lined up with the line on the wall horizontally. So we're going to change with the middle mouse button pressed in to cycle axis, and go like this to change it sideways, because we're pointed at the sideways wall, we just want to wait till that's at a 90-degree angle. And that's how you get this to go sideways or upside down. Upside down tends to be pretty useful because that we can put on the ceiling here and show stuff through the floor. And for centering, try to get in the middle of the room and look right at the center of this part of the hab if you're using a Wonder Projector. The problem is you're going to have to go free placement, turned on, and if you're too close to it, it won't let you build it. So if we want to enlarge this Wonder Projector with the scale buttons R and F, we're only going to get so big before it goes red state and doesn't let us place it if we're directly under this thing. Still green. Oh, there, it just went red. So I can go that big. It's still going to be in the ceiling there. Then we'll back out of build mode and we'll target it. Select new Wonder. And we're going to pick the red glow rock. Now it's going to show in the floor like that. And let's go downstairs on purpose this time. You can walk right through your Wonders. So we wanted to go a lot bigger if we wanted to get that blocking the doorway, which was the idea that I was just having. So what we're going to do is, I don't even know if we're going to be able to target this Wonder Projector. No, we're targeting the hab. We might need to move this whole hab to delete that Wonder Projector, which is a problem. Oh, we can't do that here. Where could we target it to pick it? What we could try to do is go up top. No, it will be under this stuff. Alright, well, that's at least how we get the facing done properly. If you want to make something face you, you do a very similar thing. We're going to use the same spot, unless we have ambassador habs here. Yeah, we do. Perfect. So we want to get to be in the center of the room. Not quite straight. Let's see if we can do better. Now it's a lot easier if you're using a controller. You have sideways strafing keys and very precise movements you can do sideways. On mouse and keyboard, the easiest way to line yourself up is to go slightly at an angle backwards and then correct your angle and go forwards a bit. So that's why I'm always going backwards and forwards. That's pretty straight. We're going to go with that. We're going to go with Wonder Projector. We're going to change our angle. And we could change our angle like this and just rotate it like that. The issue I have with this is it's sort of hard to tell if you're perfectly straight or not. I think this is the best wall to try this on though. So what you can do is place it, put it down sort of at your feet here, one, and take a peek at it from this angle, from sideways after you've placed it. I think we actually need to rotate this one tick like that. So let's put this one down. We'll look at this one sideways. They both seem to be leaning up a bit. We need to go one more. Put one here on the floor. That seems to be the one. So now we have one. We shouldn't put the one on the wall if that's where we wanted to put it, but I think since the ship that we had engines, we would want to put them, say, coming out of our engines and put something shooting out the back like that. That's what you use this angle for, or what I use this angle for. However, what I would probably do is the opposite. I would want it to face in the other direction. So I'm going to delete that one. I'm going to do this again. And we'll put this on the wall in here because that's where the engine is, I think. We're going to get centered again. No. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, change our angle. And we want to go this way now. I think we need to go like that. We're going to do the same tests on the floor here. That is leaning, I think, too much. Looks pretty straight to me. Put this on the wall in the center. Something like that. Oh, darn. What we're going to do, go back into build. We're going to pick that up. It should be facing the same way still. It might move slightly up or down. I wanted to change the size. I wanted to make this much bigger. Maximum size. We'll center it. The yellow, the white blue glow in the middle will go centered in the wall. Something like that. Now let's select a Wonder. And let's try picking. I think these will look really cool, but I want to see what our fire rock looks like sticking out the back of the ship. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. What we could also do is copy that thing. Get our angle right here. Oh, were we not down? We were not up the floor. And it's not right against the wall because we've rotated it the other way around. So try to center yourself if you're going to do this. Go into build mode. Copy is the E button. It'll be the same size and same orientation. Something like that. Let's pick our Wonder. Let's see if this one does any good. I don't know where that went. It might not be big enough. We did increase the size, right? Let's try these. There we go. It just wasn't big enough. That tiny, tiny red rock just wasn't big enough to stick out the back, even enlarged to maximum size. That's not what the effect I want, but it's just trial and error. You might have to go find specific things to get the look you're looking for using Wonder projectors. And then, of course, when you're done, you got to clean up the mess you made testing your angles. I'm going to have to go through and probably reload a restore point because I don't want that one up in the ceiling here. But yeah, that's how you get rid of that. Instead of deleting habs, you can reload a restore point because we didn't do any Corvette building today. We just did placement inside the ship. But that's it for today, everybody. Till next time, have a good time.